Hey Broncos country, how's it going? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about something that could completely change the course of the season, the new NFL rules. The league has approved some major changes, and the Broncos could be one of the teams that benefit the most. With Sean Payton at the helm, could these new guidelines turn our team into a true powerhouse in the AFC? We'll break down each rule, analyze how they impact the game, and discuss how Denver can take advantage of them. So, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk football. The 2024 NFL season has brought several significant changes to the game's rules, many of which could have a positive impact on the Denver Broncos. Under the leadership of head coach Sean Payton, the team has not only worked to correct its performance flaws from recent years, but also found itself in a favorable position due to a series of rule changes recently approved. With Payton taking charge, the Broncos now have the opportunity to take advantage of a set of new regulations that, theoretically, will benefit the team in several critical areas of the game, both on offense and defense. One of the most discussed changes was the overhaul of the playoff format. Traditionally, the division winner gets the advantage of playing at home, even if they have a worse record than a team with a better overall performance. However, with the new rules in place, this format has remained unchanged. Sean Payton was one of the main advocates for keeping the division winners' right to play at home, regardless of their record. While the logic behind a revised playoff format might seem advantageous to teams that didn't win their division, Payton argued that the integrity of the division system should be preserved. For the Broncos, this change offers an important strategic advantage, especially considering the strong competition in the AFC West, where rivals like the Kansas City Chiefs and Los Angeles Chargers often dominate. Maintaining this rule directly benefits the Denver Broncos, who are confident that under Payton's leadership they can compete on equal terms with the top teams in their division. The coach doesn't seem concerned about needing an extra boost to secure home games, as he firmly believes that the team will be competitive enough to win the division, thus ensuring the advantage of home field play. Another significant change in the NFL was the alteration of the overtime format. Now both teams will have the opportunity to possess the ball instead of the game being decided after the first touchdown, as was the case before. This change can be seen as a big advantage for the Broncos, especially considering the team's offense and defense. The big question is how Sean Payton can optimize his plays and offensive strategies to take advantage of this new opportunity. For example, the 2023 season saw the Broncos enter a decisive overtime against the Cincinnati Bengals, but the team failed to maintain the proper momentum. Payton will now be able to adjust his approach to ensure that, in an overtime scenario, the team won't be caught off guard or miss the chance to execute an efficient attack. The new overtime format allows the defense to respond if the opposing team scores a touchdown, which balances the opportunities and gives the Broncos a greater chance of victory in crucial moments. Another change that promises to have a positive impact for the Denver Broncos is the alteration in kickoff rules. Now, if a kickoff goes into the end zone, instead of starting at the 20-yard line, teams will begin at the 35-yard line, offering a substantial advantage. With the speed and talent of Marvin Mims, one of the league's most effective returners, the Broncos now have more opportunities for returns and, therefore, more chances to start their offensive drives in favorable field positions. This adjustment should increase the number of kickoff returns, which had been an area with untapped potential for the Broncos in recent years. Marvin Mims, who has already stood out as an elite returner, now has the opportunity to be even more impactful. The team will have to make tough decisions regarding their kickoff returns, either risk kicking to Mims and allowing him to work his magic, or choose to kick to the 35-yard line and give the opposing team good field position. This choice will create an interesting tactical dynamic, and the Broncos, under Payton's leadership, have all the tools necessary to exploit these new rules to their advantage. The introduction of artificial intelligence technology to measure first downs and the distances covered during the game can also benefit the Denver Broncos. Instead of relying on the old imprecise chain measurement to determine whether a team has gained a new first down, the NFL has now implemented a system based on high-definition cameras that accurately determines the location of the ball. This innovation will not only speed up the game, but also reduce human error, especially in crucial games where a measurement mistake can have a significant impact. With a team that already has good ball control and is able to dominate offensive plays efficiently, this change can help the Broncos benefit from quicker and more accurate decisions at key moments. Teams like the Chiefs, known for the speed of their offense, have already benefited from this change in decisive games. Therefore, the Broncos, who have a robust defense and an improving offensive game, should quickly adapt to these new regulations to ensure they maximize the opportunities created by the new technology. One of the more subtle but equally important changes involves allowing teams to send scouts to observe their opponents during weeks 17 and 18. This is a strategic move that can have major implications for how teams prepare for the playoffs. While most teams focus on their own performance during these final weeks of the season, the opportunity to observe opponents more deeply can be a crucial advantage, especially for a team like the Denver Broncos, which has a highly analytical coaching staff under Sean Payton's command. Payton is known for his ability to adjust his game strategies depending on the opponent and how he believes he can exploit the other team's weaknesses. The ability to send scouts and gather information about other teams' behaviors in preparation for the playoffs puts the Broncos in a favorable position. The team can study their potential opponents more thoroughly, preparing for different scenarios that may arise in crucial playoff games. With the new structure of NFL rules and changes in various aspects of the game, the NFL draft also becomes a critical point for the future success of the Denver Broncos. The team is strategically positioned to make player selections that will further strengthen their roster. With the possibility of selecting valuable players such as tight ends and running backs, the Broncos have the chance to fill gaps and add more talent to their roster. Payton, who is a master at shaping his team to adapt to circumstances and opponents, can use the draft to ensure the Denver Broncos have the most well-prepared roster possible for the upcoming season. With a focus on strengthening skill positions and both offensive and defensive lines, the Broncos have the chance to become an even more complete and competitive team. With all these changes and strategic adjustments, the Denver Broncos are in a favorable position for the upcoming season. Under the leadership of Sean Payton, the team has the opportunity to take advantage of the new rules to their benefit and establish themselves as one of the strongest teams in the NFL. If the changes in the playoff, overtime, and kickoff rules are used wisely, the Broncos have everything they need to seize every opportunity that arises and secure their place in the playoffs with confidence. Adapting to these new rules, combined with a roster that is becoming increasingly talented and well-coached, makes the future of the Denver Broncos bright. Fans can expect an exciting season with great chances for success as the team continues to improve and stand out in the competitive NFL landscape. And now I want to hear from you, Broncos fans. What do you think of these changes? How do you think the team can benefit from them? Leave your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with other fans. Let's follow this new phase of the Broncos together.